In this video, we're going to talk and shed some gospel light on the affair, allegation, and situation of Carl Lentz. So let me start out with a quote from Spurgeon. He says, "Holiness is not the way to Christ, but Christ is the way to holiness." And so this isn't Christian Bachelorette with all the drama. This isn't where we're spilling the tea. Don't let someone else's wrong produce wrong inside of you. As Christians, yes, we uphold truth, but we also have to walk in grace and remember constantly the blood that found us in our sin and our mess. Because in the eyes of God, no sin is greater than the other. The cross that Jesus died on wasn't smaller or bigger for you or me or Carl Lentz. The cross wasn't bigger for cheaters and smaller for my thorns, right? No matter what, we need to not put people on a pedestal. I don't care if they're a leader in a church or a worship band, whatever. We don't put people on a pedestal and bow down to people. We worship Jesus on the throne alone. Yes, absolutely, there's a biblical standard for the accountability of leadership in the church. But at the end of the day, he's accountable to God for every word he's spoken, every action that he's commit, and even deeper, to the motive that he lives from. And I always say this, don't let what you do for God take the place of actually knowing him. Yes, it's hard for people outside of the faith looking in and seeing this situation and another situation, another cheater, another pastor, another priest, all these things happening in the news. But this is why we can't idolize people in position with power of this world, right? There's only one hot shot in all existence in God's kingdom, and it's Jesus. It's not me or anybody else, right? God created us to be broken vessels dependent on his grace and love. So talk to me about Moses with the murder charge, or David who set up Bathsheba's husband to be killed on the front lines so he could sleep with his wife. See, just because someone is led by God doesn't mean we're not sheep. Sheep go astray, sheep fall. Sheep are actually kind of likened to the dumbest animal that there is, and they need a shepherd to guide them and lead them and protect them and cover them. And so let's not forget that Carl Lentz is a sheep who needs some help. God has given every human choice to love him or to choose their own way. And in giving us that choice, each human has the potential to fail and the potential to do what's right. I personally don't listen to Carl a whole lot, but I don't condemn or belittle who he is as a child of God, who has fallen and clearly needs help on the inside. So might we be Christians who are Christ-like and actually reach out a hand. The woman caught in the act of adultery in John, everyone's wanting to stone her, everyone's wanting to condemn her, but Jesus says, "I don't condemn you," and sees her for where she's at. So let's not be the stone throwers. Let's be the ones who can go into the situations like this with a heart posture that sees a higher perspective. The biggest thing I'm going to teach my kids is I don't care what anyone else is doing. If your perspective is locked in with heaven, then no matter what people are saying and doing, you can be rock solid in the relationship that you have with Christ. And so yes, I believe in the grace of God, but the grace of God empowers us to not just fight against sin, but fight the good fight of faith. It woos us and draws us and etches us a new heart so that we can walk a little bit closer with Jesus each day. I'll leave you with this because it helped me when I was stumbling in sin and trying to get free and wanting to actually devote my life to Christ. And a mentor said, your behavior isn't secure, but the finished work of Jesus is. So let's break off from religion and a self-righteous spirit, because that mindset is just as wrong and twisted as any other sin. Instead of hurting people, Christians help. Instead of breaking down, Christians build up. So if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell. Gonna keep bringing a lot of kingdom living content and hopefully help you in your faith walk and bring you closer to Jesus. Be blessed in Jesus' name. I love y'all.